So let's say that we already have the first name, we have the last name, and we have the phone number. Then you will see how those are removed, and the first three options in the progressive fields are then added in instead. Let's say from those progressive fields we also already had the preferred locations. We can select that one as well, and then you will see that when are you looking to complete the purchase is then entered instead. Let's talk about one of those HubSpot features that's incredibly powerful but quite often overlooked. And what I'm talking about is progressive fields in forms. What are progressive fields? How do you use them? How do you get the most out of it? That's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. My name is Jasper. I'm a certified HubSpot consultant, and let me share my screen and dive right in. So when we're here in HubSpot, the first thing we want to do, of course, is we want to create a form. So we go to marketing and then forms. And here we want to create a new form for this. And one thing to note here is that progressive fields right now, as of the recording of this video, is only available in the legacy form editor. I'm sure HubSpot will add it to the new form editor as well soon, but let's go to the legacy form editor. And now we're going to make it a little bit easy for us, and that's by using a template. So we'll do ebook download. This is also typically where you would use these progressive fields. Now that we have our form editor right here, let me quickly talk about progressive fields, why we want to use them. So one of the strengths that we really have in HubSpot is that everything is centralized. So any form that you use, any form that you create is connected to your CRM database, which allows us to build a profile of our contacts over time. And progressive fields are a really strong tool in this toolbox. So here we can see that we're asking for the email, first name, last name, phone number. And next, what we want to do is we want to select some of these. Email is something that you always want to keep in place, so we're going to leave that one. But for example, since this is just an ebook download, first name is a good candidate as a first progressive field option. So let's pretend for a moment that we're a real estate business and we want to build this profile on our contacts over time. So for first name, we'll say replace with queued progressive field. And here we can also read, so if no progressive fields are queued, this field will be removed if already submitted. So if anything, it will just make your form shorter, which also increases the conversion rate. So that's another advantage of using these. If you like this video so far, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more HubSpot excellence. Let's continue. Let's do the same for last name. We'll say that this also has to be a queued progressive field, and then the same thing for phone number. So now this means if first name, last name, and phone number is already in our system, we're not going to ask for that again, and we'll just ask for the email address, and then they can submit the form and get their ebook. Now, how about these progressive fields, you're asking? Well, I'm glad you asked, because that's what we're going to dive in right now. Let's say one thing we want to learn about our contacts here is what budget do they have for their real estate purchase. So I'm just going to take budget here and I'm going to drag that as one of my progressive fields. Next, what we want to look at is not type. Let me see. So we'll just go here so I have a better idea of the different options that we have here. So let's scroll down and go to real estate information. Another thing we want to know here is the preferred locations. Let's add that one in as well. Then I also want to know property interest. So we're also going to add that one. And then when are you looking to make a purchase? So we're also going to add that one in as well. Now for these progressive fields, we have all of the same options as for regular fields. So we can also say that these would be required whenever they're entered in our form. All right, so now we have these options selected here. So let's make first name and last name also required here, as well as the phone number. So now what is going to happen is when we have data for first name, last name, and phone number, these fields will actually be replaced by the ones that we have lined up at the bottom here. If we have all of this information as well, they will simply be removed, as I said earlier. So let me quickly show you what that would look like. By the way, I've just launched my HubSpot Excellence newsletter. If you want to get my favorite playbooks, workflows, and reports in your mailbox on a weekly basis, sign up using the link in the description. So now when we go to style and preview and we go to test here at the bottom, this will allow us to test some of these things. So let's say that we already have the first name, we have the last name, and we have the phone number. Then you will see how those are removed, and the first three options in the progressive fields are then added in instead. Let's say from those progressive fields we also already had the preferred locations. We can select that one as well, and then you will see that when are you looking to complete the purchase is then entered instead. So that is exactly how that works. Now, if you want to preview this for a certain contact, we can also do that. Let's give this a quick try for Logan Roy. So we'll select Logan Roy here. And now we can see that we did already have his first name, his last name, and even his phone number. Then the property interest and when are you looking to purchase, those are the two that we didn't have yet here. So that means that we also had the budget as well as the preferred locations. So all of a sudden for Logan Roy, this form changed with just 3 properties to fill out, 3 fields to fill out. We can test another one here. Let's try my own name. And for my own name, for example, you can see the phone number was not available, so I still need to enter that one. And then it's asking for preferred locations and property interest, meaning that budget was already known for my specific contact. I'm sure that using these tips that I gave in this video will allow you to really build those profiles of your contacts over time. One of the ways that this is really useful is if you're using lead scoring as well, which will allow you to really build that fit part of your score and make sure that you have the right people that you're focusing on, or at least that you're giving to your sales team to focus on, because you gather more information about them over time. So that's a really powerful one. If you like this video, I'm also really sure you would love this video as well, because that will teach you exactly how to ask the right questions within forms. Also very important. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.